Hi, so I'm like really tired today, but I wanted to discuss something that happened to me today. I feel like something is always happening to me. Like, why is something always happening to me? I have no idea. But I feel like I'm being like tested. I feel like I'm always being tested. But so today I went, shopping at Acme to pick up a few things, and I got like a few heavy things, like some juices, like meats, groceries and stuff. And because I want to eat healthier for my gastritis and also for what's happening, the Wilkie syndrome and everything. And I just want to gain more weight because I've actually, lost more weight. I'm down to like 130 or below. So I went to the grocery store, picked up a few things, and when I came out, I put my groceries in the car and everything. And I'm like breathing heavy because, like, first of all, I'm a skinny girl. And, like, I don't really have that much energy because I don't eat that well. Like, I don't really get to, eat that well. I eat like once a day, maybe twice a day. My pills that I take, really help with the gastritis and help me to be able to eat something. So, anyway, when I went to put my cart back in the cart thing, and I'm parked in the handicap spot because I have a sticker. So I parked, in the handicap spot, and the cart section is like literally 10 steps away from the handicap spot. So I do that, I walk 5 steps. I'm in the parking spot right here, and there's another parking spot in behind me, and the cart section is like right here. So I'm walking to my car like right here, about to walk here, but like I'm in this parking spot behind me, which is also a handicap spot, and like it's empty. But I hear a loud like beep, a horn beeps really, really loud. So like I turn around and I look, and it's like this old guy like in his car, and I'm just like, like I'm in shock, and like he just vroom, like speeds up real fast, like he about to hit me, and like his car comes like this close to my knee. Like I felt the gust of wind and everything, and I'm just sitting there like this in shock, like I'm frozen, like I couldn't even jump out the way because it happened so fast. Like I just turned around and he was like zoom, and I was like, like it was scary. So um my car is right here and I'm like right here. So like I just like back up to my car, and then he like pulls the rest of the way in, and he gets out his car and he just starts cussing me out. And I'm like, have a good day, sir. And then he just goes in some more, and then like walks in the store. And I was just like, I just got in my car and I kind of just sat there for a moment. It was like somebody next to me who saw the whole thing, but like she kind of had her head down, like wasn't really trying to look at me. Like when I had passed her car to get into my car, and I was just like, that was so weird. So I got in my car, and I ended up getting back out my car to take a picture of his license plate number. And I called the cops because to get a picture of his license plate number, because road rage is a thing. Like if he's ever in an accident or causes an accident, the police can look that up and see that he has prior incidents like this. So the reason why I said have a good day, sir, after he cussed me out the first time was because I know that, when smiles are contagious, I know kindness is contagious. And when you show people kindness, I don't know, when I show people kindness, I just know that makes me feel good. And I know when people show me kindness, that makes me feel good too. Like if I'm having a bad day, I know that for every bad person in this world, it's a good person to make up for them. And I taught that to my daughter. We went to the grocery store earlier in the day. She was at school. Something bad had happened to me. Someone was like, just rude. And, I just brushed it off. And then, later that day, I picked her up from school. We went to the store. I went to, buy her some shoes for the summer. And we went to that store and I was looking at Mother's Day gifts for my mom, and the lady was like, I told my daughter, I was like, oh, this doesn't have a price tag on it. And the lady was like, oh, it doesn't? She just, was in the conversation. She was like, it doesn't? Oh, I can go check that for you. Let me go check that. She did not even work at the store. Like, she just went out of her way to go ask somebody about a price tag, for me. And I wasn't even asking her, she just did that herself. And that I was like, oh my goodness, thank you. I was like, you are so kind. I was like, I really appreciate you. When she came back, and she was like, oh, no problem. And she just left. She walked away, went on about her day. And I was like, wow, I told my daughter that. I was like, baby, every time someone's mean to you, don't get upset. I was like, because for every mean person, there's a nice person to make up for it. That's what I told her. And I told her that, as long as she keeps being sweet and kind, she's going to get that good kindness energy back, coming her way. So that's how I live my life, because even though that man in the parking lot, like, he was wrong, I don't know if his day was going bad or what. But, I had talked to the police officer, and he was like, what would you like, to be seen done with this? And I just told him, I was like, well, I'm not, physically hurt. I was like, it was a very scary situation. I was like, I just would like this, not to happen to anyone else. So if you could, write an incident report for this incident happening and against him, that wasn't a good feeling for me. And I was like, for him to show that much aggression and, like, act like or try to run me over, I was just like, I don't want that, to go further with anybody else that, might not be as kind as me, because there's some crazy people in this world, some very crazy people in this world. And that man parked behind me, went in the store and just left his car there and me. And I was like, yo, like, I could really do some damage to this guy's car. And, like, I don't know if he crazy. He don't know if I'm crazy. But the world is a very, very, very crazy place. A very crazy place, So I told the officer, I was like, I wouldn't want, to see anything bad happen to anyone in the future. I was like, so the cop was like, okay, yes, I'll write a report. I'm going to give him a call. And, the cop was just like, I hope that your day gets so much better. He was like, and I was like, oh, thank you so much. Like, that cop was so kind, And I know that it's the cop's job to be kind, but, or, some, nowadays, sometimes cops aren't so kind, but it's a heads or tails with people in general, no matter the profession, no matter if, you're just walking down the street and you cross paths with somebody. It's a head flip of a coin, of what you're going to get with that person. So I really appreciate that kindness in that officer, because he definitely did, make up for that, man who wasn't so kind to me. But I just wanted to hop on here and give you guys a quick message about being kind and staying true to yourself and making sure that the energy that you put out into this world is a positive one, and make sure that, the encounters that you have with people, does brighten their day. Because I was having, a tough day already, and then that kind of happened, and, that kind of, I don't know, like it wasn't a good feeling, you know what I mean? But like I said, it's always, for every mean person, it is always somebody with kindness to make up for that, So I think, goodness, I thank God for that police officer being so kind to me and patient and all of that, Then I had got a phone call from a friend of mine too that I hadn't spoke to in a while, and she kind of brightened my day too. So just stay positive and stay strong, because, people can be mean, but just wanted to pop on in there. So look at your success and you stay blessed, okay? And stay safe.